Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to share with you how you can be a clearer channel of the universe. So if you're a healer, coach, empath who's highly sensitive and intuitive, you probably have a sense that there's more here for you to bring in. And so sometimes, our channel can feel blocked or stuck, or we have resistance around it. But when we are able to allow it to be clear, then we can make a much bigger difference. We can bring through what we really want to say, and we can share our gifts much more freely. So I'll share with you 5 useful tips or pointers that you might want to consider and tune into and just see how you feel about them. So the first thing is the quality of your focus. So your ability to be present and focused and connected with and in touch with the energy as you're sensing it and as you're reading it can make a massive difference. And I know for me, it was when I started using essences that I really developed my focus, my ability to really read energy. Because I would sit down with the essences, I would work with one essence and allow the shifts to happen. Then I'd work with another essence and some more shifts would come in, and then another essence and more shifts would come in until I feel clear. And so I was able to stay present with practice. I was able to stay present with that flow, with that evolution and expansion and progression of energy through that sort of little mini session. And the more I did that, the more comfortable I became with staying present and reading energy. It helped me to open up my ability to read energy and to intuit what was going on and to sense the different nuances and to sense the information that was coming in. And that has contributed then to everything else that I've been doing in my own work and with what has been coming in for me to share and express and create. So if you would like to experiment with working with essences yourself and just tuning into the energy and allowing yourself to practice strengthening your focus, your ability to focus, at the same time as supporting your energy to shift and to clear, then I have a couple of essence starter kits, and I'll put the links for both of those below, and they're free. So you're welcome to try them out. Okay, and so the second thing is to really value what you're bringing through, to really value your expression, what you want to say, what you want to create, what you want to share. Have that sense of, this makes a difference. This is coming through for a reason. This is worthwhile. And this is something that is valuable. And allowing yourself to really sense that value and believe in that value can also make a big difference, because then it opens up your flow. It opens up your ability to bring in more, to create and express more. If we feel, this is not valuable, we close down our channel. Whereas when we have a sense of, actually, this is valuable, and it might start out with being valuable just for you, which is what happened with me. It was valuable for me. But as I started to work with what was coming through, and other people could see the difference, and they wanted me to share it with them. And so I did that. And I began to have a sense of, actually, this is valuable for other people as well. So really valuing what you're bringing through can make a big difference. And the third point is to become comfortable with the unknown. So when we're being a channel, a lot of what we bring through is unknown. We don't know maybe what we're going to say next. We don't know what information's coming through. We're not sure what the next sharing is, the next creation is that our higher self is wanting to share through us. And so being comfortable with the unknown, again, helps us to open up to our channel and to be clear and receptive to what's coming through. Because again, if we're resistant to that, we're going to close down. And so allowing ourselves to be comfortable with the unknown is going to be a really important part of being a channel. And that also then leads into the next point, which is to allow the unexpected. So what we are familiar with is very limited compared to what is possible. And so allowing ourselves to be okay with unexpected things that we haven't yet sort of had a conscious sense of, can again open up our flow and help us to bring through what it is that we're wanting to bring through. Certainly with everything that I have been bringing through and with my work, none of it I expected. I needed to just be present and allow it to come through, work with it, experience it, get to know it. But if I had resisted that, then none of this would have come through, and I would have been so bored. Whereas it's much more exciting and much more life-giving to allow the unknown, allow the unexpected to come through. And then the fifth point that I wanted to share today is to consistently move towards greater alignment, greater connection with ourselves, greater grounding, greater connection with source, greater embodiment of who we are. And that means allowing ourselves to be aware of the resistances we're holding, and to be aware of when we are holding ourselves back, or when we have something from the past that is influencing us, or when there is something that is needing to be healed within us. And to allow that to happen, allow that healing, allow that releasing or that aligning, that it's all okay. And, to have that grace in allowing this process to involve, this expansion to evolve and to come through in whatever way is right for us. And if this is something that feels relevant for you, you're very welcome to check out my trial of a program I have called the Reconnection Journey, which is all about reconnecting with ourselves, releasing what's been holding us back, coming into our own flow, opening up to more of who we are and to our channel and so on. And so I'll put a link to that below if that's something that resonates. And I also have another video that I made recently called 3 Steps to Being a Clear Channel of the Universe, and I'll put a link to that below, which also might be helpful. It has a different set of steps to the pointers that I meant to mention today. And so thank you so much for joining me here today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.